Hello everyone, my name is Andy and welcome to this week's video. I hope you're having a wonderful day and have a cup of something to hand to help you relax while I tell you a story while the artwork is being created. This story is about a little princess and her dreams that she has when she goes to sleep at night. You may have met the princess before, but if you haven't, let me introduce you. Hello princess, would you like to say hello to everyone? The princess is very shy, but she is saying hello. Let me tell you a little bit about our princess, where she lives, and who she lives with. Our princess lives with her mum, the queen, and her dad, the king, and together they live in a beautiful white palace with a big drawbridge and flags that wave in the wind from the palace walls. The palace sits in the middle of a land of green hills that is surrounded by a forest of fruits, and every day is a lovely sunny day. The birds sing all day long. Perhaps you can hear them if you listen carefully. As well as the birds singing their songs, a river runs through. You can hear the sound of the water and the fish playing as they splash away. Our princess loves nothing more than going to sleep at night. In fact, it doesn't even have to be at night. It could be in the middle of the day. The princess would sleep round the clock given half the chance. And she would often ask her mum and dad if it was bedtime, even in the middle of the day. Is it bedtime, mum and dad? She would ask. Princess, it's the middle of the day, said the king and queen. This is because every time the princess went to sleep, she would dream about a mystical creature called a unicorn. And when she woke, the princess would tell her mum and dad about her dreams and the unicorn and about all the wonderful places the unicorn would take her. Oh, that's nice, dear, the king and queen would say. The unicorn is real, you know, the princess would say. Oh, of course it is, the king and queen would reply. But the princess knew deep down inside that they did not believe her. But she believed differently. She believed the unicorn was real and would take her to some magical, wonderful places. So, when it was time for bed, the princess would put on her pajamas, climb into her big, comfortable bed, and close her eyes, rest her head against her pillow, and begin to count down from 10 to go to sleep. 10, 9. The princess sinks into her bed just a little bit more. 8, 7. The blankets that snuggle around the princess begin to feel warm. 6, 5. The princess lets out a massive yawn. 4, 3. The princess slowly starts to drift off. 2, 1. The princess is fast asleep and is entering her dreams. In her dreams, the princess sees that the sun has set over the palace, but the sky is not completely dark yet. She can see the twinkling of stars, and as they twinkle away, it begins to feel like they are calling to her to show her what they can see. From laying in her bed, she begins to float up towards the night sky. Over and over the clouds she floats, higher and higher, above the palace, right up into the sky. Eventually, she sees a beautiful rainbow of many different colours. The colours sparkle and shine. They are so clear. The princess feels so drawn to the amazing rainbow and its beautiful colours, and without thinking about it, she starts to float towards it. She stops just before the rainbow and takes a good long look. Then she notices that something is starting to come out of the rainbow. The princess rubs her eyes, clearing the sleep to improve her sight. Then she realizes it's her unicorn. As the princess continued to look at the unicorn, she couldn't help but notice its beautiful mane of pinks, yellows, and greens. High above the clouds, the wind starts to whip through the princess's hair, making it go everywhere. This makes the princess laugh as her hair tickles up her nose. As the princess pulls down her hair, she notices that the unicorn has gone. Where did it go? She wonders. As the princess looks around looking for the unicorn, she notices that she's actually sat on the unicorn, and they begin to ride along the rainbow. Faster and faster they go. The princess closes her eyes, wrapping her arms tight around the unicorn so not to fall off. Then she hears a very, very soft voice. Don't be scared. You won't fall. You are perfectly safe with me. The princess, startled, opened her eyes with a fright. Where did that voice come from? She asks. The princess raised her head and sees the unicorn looking back at her. Realizing the unicorn was actually talking to her. I didn't know unicorns could talk, she asked. Only me, replied the unicorn. Shall we go for a ride? Oh, yes, please, replied the princess. But where shall we go? To the stars and back, answered the unicorn. And with that, the unicorn began to gallop. Faster and faster they went, over the clouds and over the hills. As they reached high in the sky, the princess looked down and could see the palace. It looked so small, it looked so tiny, like a little dot. What do you think? Asked the unicorn. It's beautiful, it's so, so beautiful, replied the princess. I wish, I wish we could be here forever. The unicorn told the princess how it would be lovely if they could stay there forever and ever. But the unicorn knew it had to get the princess home. It's nearly morning. Your mum and dad'll be wondering where you are, told the unicorn. But I don't want to go, replied the princess. I want to stay here forever with you. You can come back one day, said the unicorn. And with that, the unicorn turned and rode back towards the palace. As they came down, they rode through the clouds, over the hills, and along the river back towards the palace. Luckily, the drawbridge was down, and as they rode over it, through the courtyard and into the palace, they made their way up the stairs towards the princess's bedroom. And as they arrived in the bedroom, the princess climbed off the unicorn and back into her bed. The unicorn pulled the covers back over the princess to keep her warm. The princess let out a massive yawn. She was really, really tired. I had a wonderful time with you, said the princess. So did I, replied the unicorn. But how will I be able to find you again next time? The unicorn replied, in your dreams you can find me. And with that, the princess's heavy, heavy eyes slowly closed and she went back to sleep. Well, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed this week's video, the artwork and the story. And wait until next week to see what happens to our princess. I believe that she might be having a special occasion for her mum, but we'll have to wait and see. Please give this video a like and a share. It really does help the channel, and you can also follow me on YouTube as well. And if anyone is interested in any of the products that have been in the last few weeks, they should all be available online, and the link should be in the description. So that's all that's left from me is to say thank you and goodbye, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.